I've been enjoying my love story with Yamada-kun at level 999 from this spring season. The anime is a cozy and heartwarming romance, while of course giving us some of the gaming interactions between the protagonists, which I find adorable. There is something about this way of dating, it's different from fantasy anime, of how the couple interact with the game through their avatars, and we see this side of a guy and girl that we don't see in other romances. That's why I'm doing a quick review of some romances that I recommend for you guys. And by the way, this is not a shoujo recommendation list. I don't want to disappoint any girls or boys that may watch this. Look, these are just some anime that have romance and gaming together. But anyway, here it is. I did not watch High Score Girl. I know, seems like a good anime, I should try it. Maybe one day, but I'm living here in an honorable mention way. Maybe one day. Going into more details, my love story with Yamada-kun follows Akane, who was dumped by her boyfriend because he met another girl in the same game Akane and him play together. Heartbroken, she releases her anger killing mobs, and that's where she meets a guildmate, who she tells her whole story since he was there. She later attends to an event from the game in hopes to find her ex, however, he is there with his new girlfriend. She trips on a guy that happens to be Yamada, the Afro mage from a guild that I mentioned before. In hopes to make her boyfriend jealous, she asks Yamada if he can be her boyfriend for now. Little did she know that the title of the anime made this an official request. You too, will they? The fanbase demands it. Overall, I'm having fun with this anime. I don't know if I can add more to it from my spring first impressions video, besides the fact that this little shit got what she deserves and that creepy guy was frustrating to watch. But hey, that's something I can comment about. This anime shows us some awful situations for our protagonist, waking up after a night drinking in a stranger's house, being locked in the bathroom with a creep waiting for you. Some really disturbing scenes that make the good scenes with her and Yamada more deserving. It does not feel like an escapism fantasy since we see Akane struggle and try her best to not only live her life in the city, but also get closer to Yamada. I've been loving this anime and I recommend it to everyone. Talking about escapism fantasy, we have this. After confessing his love to the e-girl from his game, Nishimura, or by his nickname Russian, gets rejected, and also the girl she proposes is an old man playing as a girl. Who would have guessed it? He then comes to accept that there are no girls in the internet, and for that he is traumatized. Years later, he's in a guild with 3 other guildmates, one of them being Ako. Ako is in love with Russian and wants to marry him. Accepting that she may be a guy in real life, he accepts the proposal of marriage in game. However, they decide to have an offline meeting, and Ako is a girl. Well, so all the other guildmates, and they are also in his school. It's an escapism fantasy with ecchi, and I like it. The plot is nothing special, the anime doesn't offer anything revolutionary on that. However, this show shines on the characters. Ako can't discern real life Russian from the in-game one. This is concerning and adorable. Coupled with the art style and character design, this makes this an eye candy of a show. I also enjoy the other girls. Kyolas is the guild leader, but also the student council from the school and a rich pay-to-win player. Akane is a tsundere which gets in conflict with Russian, but it's not romantic, they are fighting for the sport. This is something you can enjoy without putting much thought into it. There are some cool details in reference to the gaming sphere which I quite like, even though most people disagree. MMO Junkie is great. First of all, I know about the author situation, however I have to separate creation from creator. I think I talked about this in another video. Future self that is editing this, if you can find it, put it here. A bad person made a good story, and that's it. MMO Junkie follows a 30-year-old Moriko Morioka who is now unemployed and can play games all day as a shut-in. Sounds like just someone I know. However, in her favorite MMO, she will meet a girl called Lily, who she shares precious memories and time together. And also in another place in the same city she lives, a 28 years old guy called Yuta Sakurai begins playing Fruits of Mare, and they will share a wholesome love story together. I think that's as much as I can say from MMO Junkie. Please give it a try, it's such a good romance. The personality from Morioka from the game and to the real life version of herself, it's so fun to watch and kinda relatable. Anyway, I truly recommend this show. Oh look, another anime I made an entire video dedicated to it. I presented in that video the first 3 episodes and it's a fun one, so you can watch that. Yes, I am shamelessly plugging my other videos as well. This is not a recommendation list alone. You gotcha, baby. Point is, I like gamers. It has one of the greatest openings ever. From an anime of 2017, it has a PUBG references, Mario, DDR. Jeff's from Mother's Basement made a great analysis from it, check it out. The show itself is a mess, not gonna lie. It's a bunch of misunderstandings leading to other misunderstandings. The romance is not the greatest, it has some good scenes, but it also focuses on the comedy most of the time. However, the characters are so fun. The 5 main characters couldn't be so different from each other, and that makes the interactions always interesting and unpredictable. This show is for the giggles. Even though the anime doesn't focus too much in gaming, it delivers some good reference here and there. Oh, there is also some sweet moments. Just to point out that I recommend stopping in episode 11, or at least go for episode 12 before going to episode 11. Episode 12 is an OVA special for a hot spring episode. Not my cup of tea or how I like to end an anime. There is something sweet about these 3 episodes of SAO. I think I'm not the only one on that. SAO was clowned off to the point that people may have forgotten some great things about it. The slow life out of the high floors and constant fighting gives us a bit of fresh air. I know they are stuck in the game, but this would be SAO way of players touching grass. The way they share moments together, where for a while we forget we are trapped in this hellish game. I'm not the biggest fan of the Yui character, but I like how they have some parental moments as well. This was a joy to watch for the first time, and I remember liking it back in 2012. Wow, it's been more than 10 years. Time flies. I really like Wotakoi, to the point that if you haven't watched it, I won't spoil it to you. Nothing. Go give it a try. It's a really mature and cozy romance of not only a single couple. I also enjoy gaming and otaku references. This shows up to date with the otaku and weeb culture. And thank God, a romance that doesn't happen middle or high school. Maybe because I am an adult, I don't know how to say that. But the high school romances are stale, and that's for some time already. I know it's an easy setting to put characters together without much thought into it. However, this extra work makes the ones related to college and the work life more interesting in my opinion. Overall, Wotakoi is a fantastic anime and please give it a try, I truly recommend it. So yeah, this video is kinda lazy. In my defense, I'm working on another one on the side, but I really enjoy my love story with Yamada-kun, and I think it's not getting the attention it deserves. Besides, I want to talk about all these other anime that I watched with gaming related romances that I quite like and I wanted to share with you. So yeah, hope you like it.